What's up guys, it's your girl Ray here and welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome to the lovely family. Hi guys, good morning guys. What's up guys, it's your girl Ray here, welcome back to my channel. So in my last video, I was talking about what I wish I would have known before going off to college. So this video is going to be kind of sort of a part 2, if you will, slash get ready with me, because I have to leave the house in 40 minutes. I am filming this at 8:05 in the morning. I've been up since 6:30, so I could have filmed this earlier, but to be honest, I didn't want to get out my bed. So just so you know what look I'm going for, it's going to be a pretty natural look. Like I said, I'm going to work. I got to be there at 9:45, but I always leave the house an hour early in case, you know, there are any troubles with my car or like pretty much anything. I give myself some time for traffic. I know how traffic here works, you know, what hours are the best hours to, you know, be on the freeway and all that good stuff, but other than that, I just leave an hour prior to my clock-in time. I always leave an hour prior to my clock-in time. It takes 30 minutes to get there, so in that extra 30 minutes, I can meditate in my car. I can just drive. I can just go straight to my venue. I can leave 30 minutes of traffic. Also, if I'm looking this way, it's because my monitor's over here, and then if I'm looking down, it's because my mirror is down here, because clearly I'm sitting on the floor. But let's get into this stuff. So, some more things. Another thing that I wish I would have known before going off to college first, because I didn't write this down. One thing I wish I would have known was how to deal with financial aid. Because I remember my freshman year, second semester to be more specific, was the semester my mom was not there for. So like she was there to handle this stuff, I think my fall semester, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, she was there for that. But for my spring semester, you basically have to go through the same process all over again, and she wasn't there for that, so I had to deal with that by myself. And at that time I had just turned 18, and I was so stressed out because I didn't know that the college runaround was a thing that existed. So I went to Hampton, so of course it's called the Hampton Runaround. But yeah, that college runaround is something serious, and I didn't like it any of the years that I was there. I just got better at handling it. But it's like they say that, you know, you fill out your financial aid information, paperwork or whatever on like the FAFSA, I think it is. So you go on the FAFSA website, you know, and then it doesn't help that FAFSA keeps changing their stuff. So it's either FAFSA or FAFSA. I think I just said the same thing. FAFSA or FAFSA, one of those. But it doesn't help that they kept changing their websites as well. So it's like you could never get into your account, because basically every time you logged on, you would have to change your password, because they would have changed something on their website and not told you about it. So that was an issue. But also when it coming to like dealing with the financial aid department in the school, first and foremost, all they want to do is take your money. Let's be real about that. They want as much money out of you as they can possibly get. Not that it would actually, you know, go towards anything in the school. They just want to take your money and make your life hard for no reason. So dealing with like the financial aid department, you know, you have these days where they're called registration days, and it's like designated 3 days for all of the college students, and they go by last names. And like on your day, you have on your day for the first letter of your last name, you have a specific time to be there. So you're supposed to get there at that time. So when you get there, or at least for what Hampton did, when we get there, what we did was you sit in this long behind line, and somebody comes down the line, some administrator comes down the line and like takes your IDs, and then they go back to their little table with your IDs, and then they come back with these cards. These cards basically tell you the exact same thing you already know, which is your scheduled appointment time, which is what you're already there in line for. And then you start going in little by little, like to the other tables that are inside of the dance room or whatever, or the ballroom. They have like sheets of computer paper that say financial aid is, you know, these three people at computers, and so is over there, and blah blah blah. And then you have security over here, and they're supposed to validate your IDs, which is just a sticker. And they tell you to take this stuff to like the security office so you can get your ID validated. Like I said, it's just a sticker, so it's not that serious. But if you don't receive your clearance, now you will receive your clearance form, in the form of a sheet of paper that says you are financially cleared, or you will get an email. Technically you get both, but the email is sent to like your college student email and not your personal email. So I understand that like not too many people actually uses those emails, so you know you probably wouldn't get that email. So then you would just go and get the form. Now if you don't receive any of this, that means you have to participate in the extra long line that can take up to hours. So for one, bring snacks. Two, you will be there hecka stressed, so bring a stress ball. So yeah, all of these things are things that are necessary when you're dealing with these types of situations, because when you get in there, you are there because your financial aid won't work. So you go to the financial aid line. 2 seconds later, you look, all of the lines to every other like table or section is full, and you don't know where the lines end and begin because it's just too full in there. So then you're wondering, so then you're in line, or so then you're talking to the people that you think you need to be talking to, and then they tell you to go somewhere else. So then you got to go somewhere else and wait in line, and these people move slow as all get out. Then the computer systems will shut down, because that's what computer systems do every time we try to do this. And what happens then is that they move even slower, so then your stress levels are just rising, because then you start to get anxious because you don't know why you're not cleared, and nobody will tell you, and they want to take their sweet time. And then as soon as 4 o'clock hits, everybody's packing up. As soon as 3:50 hits, they packed up and shut off their computers and everything. But they're the reason that the lines are so long and that people can't even get cleared. But then they know that if they do that, a few days later it would be considered late registration, and then they would have to charge everybody that didn't register hundreds of dollars so that they can take even more of your money and stress you out even more. So you walk in there thinking that you just need financial aid. So you go to the financial aid desk and they say, well, we can't see why you're not cleared. For one, then y'all need to say that before I get in here. We don't know why you're not cleared, so you need to go to student accounts. So then you go to student accounts, and student accounts says something dumb like, your account is on hold. No, you're kidding. Because I thought that, I thought that was part of the cha-cha slide. Don't you hold it for a second? No? Wrong line dance? I'm sorry. So it's like, what the world? Because it's like, why do I, hold on. So yeah, so then you're wondering like, well, why didn't y'all tell me this before I got here today? Or like, why didn't y'all just tell me what exactly my account is on hold for instead of giving me a phone number to call to an office where people are never going to answer the phones, nor are they going to listen to the messages that you leave, and then they're definitely not going to call you back to help you out. They're not going to answer your emails either. So why didn't y'all just tell me this all online when, I saw that my account was on hold? Or why didn't y'all email me and say, you are not financially cleared and this is why? You just said, no, you're not financially cleared, and then I walk in there and you can't even tell me why I'm not financially cleared. So then you go to student accounts and they open up your account and they're like, well, we don't know why you're not financially cleared, so you need to go to registration. So then you go to registration, once again waiting in a long line, and they're like, oh, you're not financially cleared because you had like $50 to pay at the end of your account because hashtag music lessons, because guess what? Music majors have to go through music lessons that are not taken out of our tuition yet are applied at the very end of the semester that we don't even know we need to pay for it until we try to come back and get financially cleared. So they're like, cool, you have this $50 payment and we need you to make that payment right here and right now before we can clear you. Cool, but you can't pay it here at registration. You have to go back to student accounts and pay it. I was just at student accounts and student accounts couldn't tell me that I owed money. So then I go back to student accounts and they're like, cool, we need you to pay $50. You mean to tell me you could have told me that the first time I was here, yet you sent me elsewhere to go find that out? So then you go over to student account, or so then you pay the money right then and there if you have it, or you try to, and they say, wait, we can't take that payment here. You have to go over to the cashiers, which is in a whole nother room. So then you go over to the cashiers and they're like looking through your stuff, and then they start finding extra stuff like, oh yeah, you also have like blah blah blah. You also have to pay blah 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 for this semester. Well, we haven't made it into this semester yet, sir. I haven't even got cleared for this semester, so I don't care about the payments for this semester right now. Let me finish paying this. Let me finish making this payment for last semester, and I will get back to you on this semester's payment. Jeez. So then I make the payment. They give me the receipt. I have to take the receipt back to student accounts so they can put it in the computer. So basically, the cashier is just like, that's just literally, they take your money and then they give you this paper receipt that's not even like a real receipt. It's literally just a piece of paper that says that I paid $50 for blah blah blah. So then hashtag ambidextrous, applying concealer with my left hand. Whoop, whoop. So then I take that back to student accounts, and then they're like, oh man, my computer just messed up. So then I'm stressed out even more, And then they're like, well, you need to also fill out or you need to tell your parent to fill out a master's promissory note or whatever. And I'm like, how do y'all even get that information? That is financial aid stuff. Y'all can't even get y'all can't get my student account stuff in your student account computer with your student account head ass, but you can tell me about some financial aid stuff that should be in the financial aid department, which their table is across the room. And so then I'm sitting there waiting on, and then you talking about your system failing, but you looking up all my stuff. So then I'm sitting there trying to fill out a master's promissory note on the low, and try not to make it too obvious that that's what I'm doing. So I try to fill out the master's promissory note, but then like get to financial aid and they're like, well, you can't just do the master's promissory note. You also have to do, you also have to like go on the school's website and accept the money that they're giving you. So then like they give you money, you go online to your account and you accept, you know, that you want the money, that you're going to take the money, you accept that you're going to take the money and use it for this semester. Well, I can't get into my account because my account is on hold, which y'all won't open because of all this extra stuff. And they're like, do you not have the code to your account? Of course I have the code to my account, but I can't do nothing with it because y'all won't clear me to get to it. So then they're like, well, do you want to accept the payment? Yes, that's why I filed for financial aid this semester. So then they're like, oh, okay. Well, then they're like, oh, okay, well, I can accept it right here if you want me to. But I want to accept all of it. I'm not paying any of this tuition out of pocket. I can't afford that. I want to accept all of the money that they're giving to me, and I will pay it back in student loans. Okay, you're going to accept all of the money given to you. Yes. Cool. So we've accepted your payment. You are now financially cleared. It's still usually never that simple, but you're now financially cleared. Here's your paper. Here's the stamp. Now you can go register for your classes. Cool. Well, now I need a special code that has now changed so that I can register for my classes. Do you have the code? We wouldn't have that code. You would have to get that code at registration. Well, by this time, registration has already shut down their desk. So what I did was something that I should have done at the beginning of this process, which was I called the school and I acted like I was out of town. I was like, yeah, I am already financially cleared and everything. But like, and I registered for my classes at the end of last semester. But my classes, I just wanted to make sure that, you know, I have everything, but I no longer have the code that I need. So here's my name. This is my student ID. So by the time they looked it up, I was already financially cleared. So I was like, this is my student ID, and I just need the PIN number so I can get into my account and check my registration for my classes. And then they gave me the 6-digit PIN number, and I was out of there. I was like, y'all not about to send me nowhere else. And then like, I lived off campus, so there was no need for me to get my ID validated because I didn't actually use it for anything on campus related. I stopped going to like football games and basketball games and stuff. So I was like, yeah, this is now useless. I didn't go into the library because I had everything I needed at my apartment. So I was like, yeah, no, we're not going to even deal with that right now. So I was just like, yeah, no. I actually didn't get my ID validated until a week before I graduated because you needed a valid ID in order to graduate. So that's when I got my ID validated. I went years without validating that thing though. Cool. So I'm retitling this video my financial aid horror story because that's pretty much all that I talked about in this video. But just so you know, part 2 of what I wish I'd known before going off to college is coming soon. Also, I need to do another installment of Adulting 101. Which is also coming soon. So be on the lookout for those 2 videos. Not much is happening after this. I don't even think I brought my highlighter out here, so I'll deal with that when I get back to my room. But yeah, y'all thought I was kidding when I said natural. I put on some natural lashes. I didn't even wing my eyes. I didn't put eyeliner on the top. I only put it on the bottom to kind of, I don't know. My lower lash line just kind of looked so empty before I did that, so. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know if you like this video and what other videos you would like to see from me in the future. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.